Everyone, and welcome back to Sudden Wealth. Happy 4th of July for everybody watching. And today I am posting the video a bit sooner, since today is an important holiday for the American life. By the way, if you do enjoy my content, please consider dropping that a like and subscribe. And actually, this video would be somewhat related to the holiday of today. So, as you may be aware, one of the reasons, or the main reason, that the US fought a war with Britain for independence was related to taxes and the amount of money that Britain was demanding the US as a colony to pay, basically to pay for wars, etc. But here is the funny thing. The US went into war and became an independent country because Britain was asking for 25% taxes. Now, fast forward 250 years, and basically you'd be begging for a 25% tax rate. Now, where do I want to go with this? Basically, if things extend for a long period of time, you actually get used to certain things in your life that 200 years ago people were fighting wars about. That's how extreme it can get. It feels almost, particularly the taxes aspect, feels a bit like the water. You put the frog inside the water and the water heats up and the frog doesn't leave. It's a bit like that. For example, the income tax that we all pay today, even if you are not wealthy at all, you still pay it. It was created as a temporary tax to help the US win the Second World War. Now, the Second World War ended in 1945, and you're still paying that said income tax. And what I want to say is that there are a lot of things in life that go wrong. Fortunately, it has never been easier for you to succeed. So it's very easy for me to say the Federal Reserve does this badly, the markets are manipulated, the government is spending too much money, taxes are too high. But it has never been easier for you to get a hold of your life. And if it's simply not working for you where you are, you have an entire world to explore. Don't you want to pay taxes? Well, you have regions where you pay no taxes. You don't like, government meddling on everything of your life. There are a lot of places where you can barely tell who's actually the prime minister or the president or whatever of a country. My point is, it's very easy to say these things are bad, these things are terrible, these things, things suck. It's very easy to say. Now, how do you profit from it? That is the difficult part. One of the things I believe is financial education. It's very important for your success to understand where your best hope for financial independence and financial freedom lies. Why? Because that freedom is the basis for all the others. So, we live in freedom, or many of us were born in freedom, and we tend to forget that freedom is not the normal state of the humankind. In fact, it's actually, if you will, the weird section, because we've always lived under the ruling or the total ruling of a certain few, and what you should think is the place that I'm living, is my freedom being kept the same, expanding, or reducing? And that freedom can be freedom of movement, freedom of financial freedom, freedom of assembly, whatever it may be. And then you can identify if there's a problem. If there's no problem, you're fine. But you can identify if there's a problem, and you can, instead of complaining that there's a problem, instead of worrying that there's a problem, figure out how you can find a solution to it, to take advantage of the system by knowing it better than everybody else. Whatever the case may be, find a way to succeed. Surround yourself, not just on this day, but every day, of people that are good to you. Surround yourself with a team of friends, family, and whoever shares the same vision and opinions as you do. If you do that, the likelihood of success increases dramatically, and they will push you to have good behaviors, and those behaviors can be spiritually, physical, economically, you name it. And this video is a bit different than the others, but I would just like to mention on a day like this that it puzzles me how a group of individuals fought a war for independence, a very bloody, dangerous and violent war for 25% taxes, and nowadays we live with 50% and nobody complains. So think about it and think how quickly humankind can shift on their perception of theft, of abuse, and of power. So thank you guys. Enjoy this holiday with your families. I hope everyone is doing very well today, and I will catch you in the next one.